It's video starting. Hey, I'm kind of getting ready. I was getting ready for the video, but clearly it started. So I mean, what the world? I guess we're gonna kind of get ready right now. Oh man, this is not giving what I want it to give. I look like that. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, well, welcome to the channel. I mean, we're gonna be momentarily. Well, we'll get ready momentarily. Or maybe you know what, we can get ready now. Hi, I'm Nola. Welcome to the channel. Or wait, my bad. Welcome to the channel if you're new, and welcome back if you're not. As you can see, I'm messing with my hair. Might as well just a video like this. Honestly, I'm not really opposed. I'm not really opposed to it. But today we're gonna be talking about games. More specifically, Rockstar games. Even more specifically, GTA Online versus Red Dead Redemption 2 Online. So, let's get started. I know I'm going to get crucified for this, but I really don't care because it's my opinion. We're all entitled to our own opinions. I know, crazy world we live in. I mean, back then maybe I would have been crucified, but you know, whatever. It's not back then. It's now. So, at the moment, Buns isn't with me. She's chilling. I may take her out, but right now she's in her cage because she's eating a snack, and I don't want seeds everywhere. Normally I don't care, but I'm trying to do a video, and I don't really want seeds on me right now. So, yeah. Anyways, so we're gonna get started. See, I love Red Dead Redemption 2 online. And when I refer to Red Dead Redemption 2, and when I say online, when I say I love online, I'm 90% of the time talking about Red Dead Redemption 2, because I just call it online compared to GTA 5 online. I will more specifically say GTA 5 online to kind of differentiate the, anyways. I love RDR2 online, right? And I want to tell you the reasons why I like both of them online, but why I like Red Dead more online. I like GTA Online because there is a lot of things you can do. You've got so many businesses, you've got so many opportunities, and plus, you can sell things. Wink, wink. That was probably a really bad wink, but anyways, you can sell things. You can go to certain areas that, 18 years or older type areas. And overall, there's just so much you can do, which quite frankly is overwhelming. But the people online ruin it. I cannot tell you how many 12-year-olds have called me every slur under the sun. Yet, I mean, they couldn't spell it, but they sure know how to say it. I cannot tell you how heated those little mother truckers get. If you mess up one thing, like I said, they're calling you every slur under the sun. They're telling you to go to the kitchen. They're telling you all this crazy mess. Sorry, my nose is kind of itchy, I'm not gonna lie. Or you got these dudes who are twice your age being like, oh, you suck at the game. I don't play the game to be good. I play it to have fun. I don't really care if I can't shoot right or if I drive really shoddy. I'm playing it to have fun. There are too many sweats on that game. I've never used that word until just now. Personally, don't really like the word because it just sounds weird. But there are too many sweats on GTA 5 and griefers. That game, and I would probably like it a lot more if there were not as many griefers and as many sweats on that game as there is. Because that game genuinely is really fun, but people ruin that game. Which is some of the reasons why I don't like it, but I'm not going to try to blame a game for its audience. Because it's not Rockstar's fault that a 12-year-old is playing that game when the parents should be watching. Right. And I also do like how they have the spin the wheel and like you can get a special car. I really like that. And those are really like, see, I play GTA. I don't think I play as per intended. Because like I say, I play to have fun. I get the gist of it. You sell stuff, make money, and then there's that. You play with your friends, blow them up, and that's fun. I also really like the fact that you can blow people up. Me and my friends, we used to do that mess all the time. Me and my homies, when I used to have a group, oh nah, we blew the block up. We blew it up. Like we would used to go to like the airfield, and we would race, which I feel like everybody does that. But then we would add explosives, as like some of us were racing around, some of us would throw explosives or get like the like that's fun. I love GTA with how many things you can do, not only in the sense of like businesses, apartments, cars, modifications, and all that other stuff. I also just like it because when you just want to F around, you literally almost have endless amounts of everything. You want a tank? That one friend that has like 8,000 gazillion million billion dollars, pull up in the tank. You know, they got the oppressor, they got the tank. Everyone has at least that one friend that literally damn near has everything. But when it's time to mess around, because normally they're the really serious ones, but when you want to mess around, yo, mechanic, can I get this? Next thing you know, you see an airplane, you see this, that, and the third. It's like you're seeing the whole stock of GTA behind one person. And especially when y'all are goofing around, y'all know you're gonna have a blast. Because normally they're always like, hey, you can ride this one, I'll ride that one. Because you either have that one friend that has everything, or you are lucky enough to have a group of friends that kind of has everything, but you're kind of like the one person that doesn't have anything. Because I was that person. I was that person. Because like I said, when I play, or when I played, like when I was by myself, I was that noob. I was living off of hopes and dreams because that's all I could afford in GTA. Because GTA is as expensive as today. Like it's like in the same time zones right now. But no, I was just like that random noob that would steal a car and mess around because I didn't know how to really make money, right? And everything on the GTA is expensive as all get out. But when I got scooped up by them and I started getting some bread, even if then I never had what they had, though I always had like explosives and stuff. So I didn't have the big boom booms like they had, but I had a grenade here and there. I had the little toys that game provided. And they were rich. A lot of them were rich, right? They were rich. Man, I had like a few. I started to get some pebbles and stuff, but they had stones, they had rocks, they had gems. But once we finished like our things, like once everyone got their money from each other, because we would like do the submarine. I call it a kiosk, but the big submarine. When we would all do that, when we all run that, and we got our money up, we would F around. Like whether it be at the playing field or wherever we like dropped off at, we already know we got some of the few people calling up the mechanic being like, hey, can you get me this and that? Meanwhile, I knew I was gonna be screwed. I'm like, okay, I need to get my Duke of Death. Like, that's the closest thing to an armor car I got. But in the meantime, we just started to blow each other up as we were waiting for our things to come up. Fire. So much fun. Because you can't have that type of fun in RDR2 online, which sucks. The closest thing to that, grenades, is like fire arrows. And you can only have like 5 of those. And not to mention, it's a BICTH to get the fat that you need for it. Because you have to find that in pigs. You can find that in certain birds and other things. But in Red Dead, you don't really have that fun. But I still love like I said, I still love Red Dead, but I'm gonna get to that in a second. Or like the more or less fun things, right? So those are things I love about GTA 5 online. But Red Dead, I love how realistic it looks. I love how like I said, realistic it is, and just there's certain qualities that it has. Well, of course, I mean, we're talking about a Midwestern game and like a game about like guns and stuff. I love that, and they have this in GTA 2, which they didn't always have this, but when you could interact with some of the people from like the main story. But they have that in GTA 5 now, which I forgot to add. I like how enthralled in the story you can get on GTA. But now we're going to go back to, Red Dead 2 online. I love that. And for me, I like more realistic games, even though there's not, compared to GTA, it's a lot more realistic. I love how you ooh, I freaking stuttered. I love the horses, right? I love how you can. Man, I'm really having brain fart right now. I love how detailed the horses are, and I love how detailed that game is. Like, I love that. And I also love how, even though it's few and far in between, you can have a few businesses. I mean, GTA, it's just nothing compared to GTA, but the businesses, and see, that really sucks to say, but Red Dead doesn't really have a lot. There is so much I love about it, though when it comes to those things, it's more so the attention to detail, or like the clothing and stuff of that nature. When it comes to gameplay, actually, there's not really much there, which sucks. Because obviously, as I said, compared to GTA, I listed all those things, and for Red Dead, I'm scraping. I'm trying to find a grain. Try to find something. It's like a needle in a haystack. There ain't really a lot to find, which sucks. Cause I like Red Dead Redemption. Like I said, for the graphics, how realistic it is. I love it how it has, even though it's far and few in between, they have the little missions on the side, even though Red Dead or GTA does too, and I like that about GTA 2. I like the bounty system. I like a Western game, how they did it, I really like it. Which, unfortunately, there isn't a lot, which, like I said, and I'll say it again, is ass. Because that game has so much potential. Because GTA 5 Online has reached its potential. There is so much to that game that you literally, if I took the time to learn more about it, I would probably be on that game 24/7, 24 hours a day. With Red Dead, however, it's been neglected, right? And I think GTA is had its love. I would like Red Dead Redemption to have its love back. But I know the developers said that they're not really going to focus on it because they're working on GTA 6 now. But it's a shame to see how much potential that this game could have. You know what? And I'm going to bring up some of those potentials now. Here are some things I feel like they need to add to online for Red Dead Redemption 2. Ranches. Spoilers for the end of RDR2. And I'm not talking about online, I'm talking about like the actual game. Or, yeah, the game itself. When John has his ranch in it's not Hopewell. It's Hope something. Why can't we have ranches like he has in the prologue? I think is what it's called. Why can we have had that? Like, why can't we have the choice to either live in a campground or a ranch or both? Which I know, like, when it comes to spacing, that may get a little wonky. But Red Dead Redemption has such a big map. I feel like they could have figured something out. Because there is a lot of area where they're like in the desert, for example. Even though I don't think you really want to ranch in the desert, there is so much land that has so much potential to have things on it, and not to mention you can only have so many people on at a time, like for the server. So I feel like if they were to like change that a little bit, there we could have ranches and stuff. Ranches, stores, and like the stores don't even have to be like the big stores. They could be like how Nadam Nazar from the Collector Roll, how she has her little stand. Why can't we have that? And why don't we put Crypts to work? Because I know we have Trader. To me, that's not the same. That's not the same. We can get Crypts to actually do some work instead of hounding me about, oh, well, your mutt stinks, referring to the dog that you can have in camp if you buy one. Because Crypt irritates me. For someone who does all this talk, I barely see him do any of the work. And here's another thing. Why can't I get Crypts to literally hunt? I would love that. Like, I would give him money to hunt for me. Because I don't always want to hunt. I want the money, but I always don't want to hunt. Anyways, that was kind of off topic, but back to the thing. You can do shops, you can do ranches, and why can't there be an option to where we can be thieves? This is Red Dead Redemption. Where's the thieving? Why can't we steal? Like, do you know what would be so cool if like we could steal and rob from other players? I would love that. I would love that for myself because I wouldn't want to get robbed. But it would be so cool if like we had our own little shops and we could like steal from them or like have rival like posses. And I know that's not really like a shop per se, but kind of like how the actual game, possible spoilers on Red Dead Redemption 2, like how the gang you stole from trains and stuff. And I know they've added something like that, but that's like in its own session. I mean, like actually, like I want to see the thieving. Like I want to be just trotting on my trail and see someone try to like thieve a store, and like it doesn't even have to be that much money. Because I feel like one of the reasons why they don't do that's because, like, they want you to buy gold and stuff. Or money. Which gold, okay. If you haven't played online, gold is more than money. So you can spend either the amount of however, okay, hopefully I say this right. Let's say something's like $400. You don't have $400. You can use like a gold bar, like one or two, and buy it. That's kind of how gold works. But I feel like that's one of the reasons why they do that. But even if then, you can do it on GTA Online. I'm like damn near positive you can steal like when it comes to shops online. Why can't you do it on Red Dead? Literally, like online, or not online, my bad. In the story mode on GTA, not my bad. On the story mode of Red Dead Redemption 2, that's all they do. All they do is steal. That's the point of a Wild West game to me. It's having that aspect, and they don't have that aspect, and I feel like it really takes away. Like, there can be some that can defend themselves, like stealing from the ammunition person on online. They could, like, you'd be like, yeah, you could be like, you ain't coming here, you ain't stealing from me, partner. And like, you know, they pull out the Glock or the Lancaster repeater, or the Springfield repeater, Springfield rifle, or whatever it's called. And how some could be like, don't shoot me. And that's when the cops come. Like, there's so many things. Or you own your own stable and you can sell your own horses. Like, you take horses from in the wild, you break them, and then you put them in the stable, and like you can sell them. Like, some people will come, like some NPCs will walk up and be like, oh, I'm looking for this horse, or I want that horse, and like you can sell it. I would love to do something like that. Like, it would be nice if they had options to where it could be more geared towards everything, instead of, okay, you have these things, Moonshine, which is a business, Trader, which is a business. Those are the only two businesses you can have. Bounty is not a business because that's something you voluntarily do. What I consider a business is something you can make that can passively over time give. Okay, well, I mean, Trader and Moonshine aren't passive income. However, you build up to make your money, and it's under your name. Okay, so Bounty, Madame Nazar, and then Naturalist, and nobody really likes Naturalist. Naturalist and Trader go hand in hand because, what's her name? I don't know. She's crazy though. The crazy chick from from Naturalist. Harriet, that's her name. Harriet. Harriet doesn't want you to kill the animal. She wants you to get research and pretty much tranquilize them, which, I would love that if I was an animal. Anyways. And that's how you make money from her, but if you have Trader, you can go on a hunt to get a legendary animal, kill the animal, then take it to not Naturalist, but to Trader, and that will bump your thing up to like half bar, depending on what the animal is. And I believe what you could do is actually get like the whole body of the animal and then take it to Trader, but I'm pretty sure Rockstar took that out from what I remember, because I'm pretty sure that was a few years ago. Don't fully quote me on that though. That's just what I remember. But, or even if so, like, I more so to the business side, you could well, no, that's kind of butcher though. I don't know, I just feel like there were so many things they could have added. And granted, I'm kind of ran dry right now when it comes to like business they could add. Pardon me. Whew. They could also just add more free roam missions. And I don't mean free roam that you go into it. I mean just like, okay, let me rephrase this. NPC interactions, because I feel like they barely have any of those. And if they do, it's like, can you take me from Valentine, where you're trying to go, mind you? You've probably put a waypoint to Valentine. Can you take me to Valentine to Blackwater? You mean half across the fucking map? Half across the map? I need to go to Valentine. You're gonna give me like $2 and probably a gold ring. That's not gonna even pay for a round of ammo. Well, it would a few, but yeah, no, bitch, no. Like, it's just, there are so many. The interactions are so very far and few in between, which sucks, because I feel like if they had more interactions, it would make the world feel more alive. And that's what you want in the world, obviously. Like, when it comes to GTA, they have that. They have random interactions damn near everywhere. But for online, for Red Dead, they don't have that. And it would be nice if they had more of that. I know they have like gang stick-ups every now and again, or if you go to a different camp or an NPC camp, there are people maybe like shooting them up. But it's like, it's just like out of your way. I mainly get those when I'm far away from people, like the NPCs and actual people. Like I'm in Timbuktu. I'm like, when I'm in Timbuktu, I'm probably either getting flowers or just trailing. I don't really want to deal with that. And something too, which would be nice if they added, which they could possibly have this. So if they do, bear with me, okay? Where you can attack other people's camps. Like if you have the flag down, you can attack their camp and take their stuff. Which I'm pretty sure they may have that. But it would be nice if, or maybe it wouldn't be nice actually. I don't know. There are kind of griefers on there too. But, I feel like there wouldn't be as much griefers if people actually, or the developers actually gave us something to do. Because after a while, everything's done. Literally everything's done. Like, you don't really have anything else to do, which, that doesn't give you a reason to be a dickhead to a level 2 when you're a level, 500, but, that's just my take on it. But, where you can have, rivalries with other, rivalries with other players or something, with posses or something, because I feel like posses could also have such a great use, but posses are really only used to just be with a group of people where you can do things. I feel like posses could have so many more opportunities like when it comes to like doing gang stuff, like stealing and stuff, which you can do that on your own, like if they had it. But I don't know. I just feel like posses could have had such more of a twist to them, because you can have temporary posses and permanent posses, and one of those could have been more like a hostile type posse, like if there was, I don't know, around the same people as your posse, you could like attack them or something. And technically you can do that, but I mean like get something from it, because there are people who attack people on there all the time and they have posses, but I don't mean like players just being petty because I mean like you could go up to someone and, or I don't know, like there could be like little scenarios to where you could accept it or deny it, to where a posse could just come up on you when you're doing something that's valuable, which they do kind of have that when it comes to Trader, but I mean, some like that, but something better, I guess. Well, no, I know, something like that, but better. Because you can do that for Trader, but it's like, that doesn't fulfill me. Like, you're getting something, you're doing like a trade for like the mayor or something, like one of the side missions, and there's an opposing gang, there's like someone who's with, like, I don't know, good versus bad, to where, and this could even be in a, like, kind of like a little story mode, to where you're trying to save someone, or you're trying to take something to the right place, and you guys kind of play out together, to where you take something to the right place, but there's someone trying to take that from you. And I don't really know how that would be developed, but whoever has it, it goes one way or the other. Like, if the good side has it, or, do you know what, or something even better, wait a minute, okay. You have players, like 4 on each team. They're told a story, but only from that perspective, right? Okay, wait, let me cook. Each story, because you know how they say there's my side, your side, but the truth. Like, there's a side to each story, right? You get 2 sets of 4 players. They're each told something, but they both want the same thing. However, once they figure out, like, the truth, like the whole story, they can decide to maybe at the end either try to take it or try to help out, or kind of something like that, to where they have the choice to choose. But it's a short time, and then something dramatic happens to, if one team gets it, this happens. If the other team gets it, the other thing happens. Or like, kind of like Traitors, or like Snakes, to where no one has, you can either press yes or no, because sometimes you can pick, when it comes to like certain big moments on a story mode, or like a bounty. Well, no, actually, never mind. It's story mode, where your team can pick to either do what you think is good or bad. Like, for example, in one bounty mission, you can pick either to take a guy in or take a dead body that looks like him in. And you get different endings depending on what it is. And depending on what your team picks, depends on what happens. I'm cooking with that. I'm still cooking. But yeah, that's what I was cooking up. And no, it's kind of a shame though to see Red Dead Redemption kind of gone down the path it has. Because like I said, there ain't really much to it. Like, there is, but once you've played for a while, it kind of just... It just doesn't really... It gets repetitive. And I still love it though. Like, I still love that game. I love it. And even though this doesn't exactly go towards the online, I love the story a lot more than I love the GTA 5 story when it comes to story mode, because I've never had a game make me cry before. In Red Dead, I will proudly say was my first game that made me cry, because it just is so, it's like it enthralls you into it. The voice acting is amazing on both games. So amazing on both games. Like, you can feel the character come alive with the voice actors. 110%. Story-wise, Red Dead Redemption 2 takes the crown. Totally takes the crown. But that's really all for me ranting and raving about Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 5. Hope you enjoyed. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!